Hey, water signs. A lot going on this month, internally. March 2019. Let's get into it. So, the first thing that struck me about all these cards is, so from this deck, these are such beautiful cards, but these cards are all very similar in pigmentation. They're all very pastel, very pale. They're gorgeous, but they're all very, kind of like diluted, dimmed, I would say, compared to the other ones in the deck. And I think right now, the way that the planets are, we've got a couple planets in retrograde. I'm pretty sure Mercury is still in retrograde. Don't quote me on that, though. But anyway, we've got other planets in retrograde, and it's like, whatever is going on with the planets right now is extremely draining to you. The last several moons, I think, have been really strong, too, and perhaps you've been utilizing them for their power. However, you are the moon, too, if you're a water sign, especially if you're Cancer. But if you're water, you are highly affected by the moon. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, the moon is you. So when you're working with the moon, it's taking from yourself as well. It's draining. Like you're tapping into that really, really magical and ancient aspect of your soul that really uses your energy in a productive and forward-moving manifestation kind of way. However, when you're working with the moon, you're basically working with yourself, so it's like you're doing double work, and it's draining. However, your star family, your guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, and star family, if you don't know what a star family is, it's like our, I just really explained this in the Earth video. So, in the universe, like, the universe is, a strong and all-knowing intelligence, and we are all that, because it is oneness. We are all connected, so we are all this universe as well, and the other things that reflect ourselves back at us, like, we are everything. We are one. Sacred geometry. Look into it. Anyway, so it's like, it's repetition. We are all the same. Anyway, within this oneness, we have subgroups that are connected to our individual souls, because our souls are individual pieces of this oneness. And there are certain souls and interdimensional beings that connect throughout lifetimes, throughout space and time, where time doesn't even exist. Like when you're not alive, when the soul is, I shouldn't say, like when you're just not being human, because this isn't your first life, and there are several different dimensions. So when you're at a point in your journey where you're not being human, we have these different subgroups that we connect with on a communicative and face-to-face kind of level. Now, those subgroups, you know, your guides, guardians, ancestors who came before you, your angels, your star family, you know, any kind of souls that are connected to your soul. And you kind of travel together through lives, totem animals, especially animals, because it's like we are all one and we're all on these different planes when we're not in this physical body. So I think you're really starting to learn that, and you're really starting to connect the dots there, and you're really evolving, and you're really, really following your path, but right now you're drained and you're kind of running out of steam. But your star family wants you to know you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So I feel like if you know about the elite and you know about the negative energies within this, within the universe, you know that there's ultimately like the Satanistic dark plan to try and create hell on earth. And you work avidly to be on the opposite end of the spectrum to create heaven on earth and love on earth. And it's like you've just completely decided to shut out the ego and shut out the human mind almost completely. And you're basically a walking, talking, channeling vessel at this point, just listening to spirit, because you know spirit has the answers that you don't in this physical realm. It's like a game. You're learning how to play the game. You're learning how to listen and how to make it work. And you're seeing how certain things affect other things, and how you can get what you want through magic and manifestation, and get what you need and do what you need to do. And they're just saying you're already doing it. And right now you're feeling drained because of the planets and the moon and everything. And I also think you're being asked to step up in a lot of physical ways as well. I think you're doing many things right now. I think you might have had a job change. You might be moving. You could have started school for the first time. Like, there's some big commitments that they have but they have told you to take on, and you are a listening, channeling vessel. So you're like, okay, getting right on that. And I think you're kind of running out of steam of, like, his spirit's like, oh shit, they're finally listening. Like, I'm finally getting through. Okay, now do this, now do that, now do this, now do that, do this, do that. And you're like getting a little tired of being like, okay, onto that thing, okay, onto this. Like, you are running yourself ragged with the commitments you've made for yourself that spirit told you to make. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry, that was rude. But you're kind of like slowing down. But I'm laughing because it's like, no wonder. Think about the planets right now. And then if you're an insanely busy person while you're also doing spiritual, emotional, physical healing, that's a lot. And it's like, oh God, I feel it's taking a toll. And things are starting to get dreary. Things are starting to get Things are starting to get gray, and you're starting to lose your color. It's like, you're like, okay, I'm getting a little drained here, just like facing my true north authentically. And your star family's like, yo girl, you're fine, keep going. Not you're fine, they're saying like, because I almost feel like if you take a nap, or like you don't, you take a chill out day, like you feel intensely guilty about it, because you're recognizing that like have so much to do, you've got a lot to catch up on, you got a lot you need to be doing right now. So when you take a break, you're like giving yourself a hard time, and spirit's like, girl, like, you're fine. Don't give yourself a hard time for taking a nap, because you might have just avoided getting wicked sick and not being able to do anything for like a week, rather than just not doing stuff for like 3 or 4 hours of a day of your life. Like, you're learning the currency of time, and they want you to know that just because you're not always doing something active doesn't mean you're not always doing something healthy. So maybe in the past all you did was take naps. Maybe you were super depressed and you got this really bad connotation of naps now, because it reminds you of a time where things were dark, where things weren't healthy, where things were not balanced. But Spirit deeply wants you to know that trust your path, that you have regained a balance, that you'll, in certain aspects, that you are not going to tip back over from. Like, you're not going to go back to that place of napping every day just because you take one nap. They want you to know you're a completely different human being now. Your cells have turned over, and you're never going back because you've chosen to do the work. Wow. That was a lot. Whew. I need water. Ugh. Okay. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So just note that you're constantly supported and that you are doing the right thing. So if you do have to take a fucking 2-hour nap, or you do have to just sit and watch TV because you're sore, or you miss that workout class because you overextended yourself, just know that it's the right thing. It's the right thing. It's the right thing. And if you have the opportunity to, if you say you missed a workout class last week and you've been kicking yourself for it, if somebody texts you and they're like, hey, want to do this with me? Want to go do that with me? like, absolutely say yes, because you took the time you needed to heal, and it will make you feel better to, like, and give you fresh eyes to go in there. And it's always, like, nice to experience, you know, something, like, if it's a yoga class, or, just going to the gym, like, it's nice to do it with a friend. So that's spirit being like, here's the nudge just to stop sitting in your pity and sadness and go with your friend. Get you back on track. Right now, I think you are holding a lot in. You're not telling too much to people. You're not revealing how drained you are, because if you are into the law of attraction, you know that as soon as you speak certain things out loud, they can become true, or if you think too much of something, it can become true. I almost feel like you keep thinking, like, oh, I'm drained, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm drained, I'm tired. And it's like, you're not saying it out loud because you know the impact of saying things out loud. But because you're not saying it out loud, your brain has to keep telling you because you're upset about it and you're not expressing it. So write it down and burn it if you want. And then, just to get it out of your head, and then do the counter. Write down, like, I am awake, I am energized, I am healthy, like, and then keep that one. Keep that in your manifestation notebook. That way you can, because right now there's a lot you're holding within that you need to get out. Also, I think you're completely purging your home. You might be purging your friends. You're purging right now. You might be changing your diet and purging a bunch of toxins from your body. But all of these commitments have caused you to look at your health and look at yourself and look at the way you're living. And we have Hera, commitment, Sekhmet, reduction, and Ixchel, release. So they're making you really look at everything in your life and be like, alright, this doesn't work for new busy me. This doesn't work for the, like, I'm getting rid of that person. I'm getting rid of this junk. I'm emptying out this, I'm getting rid of sugar in my diet, like, whatever you're doing, you're just done, like, you're like, that reminds me of the sprinkle guy, it's like you're done, like, bye, like, he finishes off his meal, he's like, sprinkle, whatever he does on that meat, but it's done after that, so, like, there's a lot of shit. You're, like, putting on the finishing touches, like, you're out, bye. And this is very true to who you authentically and spiritually are. Your truest self is finally taking the reins and doing what's important. And you're so not afraid to be yourself, and you're so not afraid to, like, get rid of people who don't appreciate who you are. Baba Yaga, authenticity. You're really seeing your worth. But this is draining. Like, this is a lot of work all at once in every aspect of your life, and it's freaking draining. And they just want you to recognize, like, look at how strong and fit and, like, confident she is. Like, all of this is just gonna make you grow and make you a better person and help you gain control over your life itself. The Egyptians want to talk. Yeah, they do. Woo. The Egyptian cards. Yeah, it's almost... Holy shit. Okay. Look at how drained she is. She's literally a ghost. There's you all getting rid of all that shit. Getting rid of all that stuff that doesn't work for you anymore. Holding your I thought it was a feather of justice. There is a feather of justice on here, but that's something else. I don't know what that is. I'm going to see a rattle. So if you're a healer and you got a rattle like this, like one of these really nice, pretty healing rattles, like you're, I don't know why, I just want to shake this so bad right now. It's like you're shaking away the spirits, like you're pushing them out, and like, because sound healing is cleansing too, like certain sounds will cleanse a space, so maybe you're learning about sound healing, or you're really like, you're just shaking off that negative energy, you're shaking it right off, and your output is also extremely immense too, like your output of magic, your output of work, your output of advice, your output of volunteer work, whatever it is, your output is like, ugh. It's really strong right now. But that's because you're realizing life is all a game. And vultures are coming to you. Look into vulture totem animals. You are cleaning, man. Like, you're cleaning your house. And cleaning your spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional house. Oh, especially if you're Cancer. Your home is you, just like the moon is you. So, like, you are just cleansing everything. There's a mirror of all the work you're doing. You're doing work in literally every aspect of your life. But that's because you were sitting back for a while. You were kind of depressed for a while. And now you finally regained control, but there's a lot of work to do. People just freaking love you. They fall at your feet and they just like... So if you have any doubts whether or not people like you, think you're pretty, think you're fun, think you're nice, they think it all. Like, they know you're a witch subconsciously, but they don't know it consciously. So, like, their soul's like, oh, wow, like, a witch. That's what I need, because their souls aren't probably, like, a lot of the people around you, their souls are not listening as well as yours is to the actual spirit. So those souls are really attracted to you because they're like, I want what they have because this is what my soul needs. And people are just falling at your feet and you're like, yeah, here's some spiritual advice. Let me just drop a gem and then drop the mic. Ha! Everybody cares. Like, everybody fucking cares. And people are very attracted to you. They find you to be very attractive. They also find you to be very nurturing, and, yeah, I don't know why this just took a turn to how people are perceiving you right now in this time, but don't worry, they're perceiving you very, very well. I also think Spirit wants you to take care of yourself. Do some nice self-care things, like take a nice bath, or take a nice shower, and, like, something that's really good is if you pour milk on yourself, because in the shower, take a milk bath, because think about it, the Egyptians used to take milk and honey baths, and, like, it's really good to do that because milk cleanses you of all negative spirits and all negative energies, and it helps you get back to your natural vibration, which has recently raised. So it's like, Spirit is asking you to take that bath and do that nice spiritual cleanse for yourself because you need it, because you've been working not just in the spiritual realm, but at every other realm, and you're purging. So it's time to, like, purge those spirits as well. And then here you are, like, and so that was, Het hurt. I knew that. Sorry. So, yeah. You're also being asked to mother yourself and be extremely kind to yourself. Yeah, and look at her. She's like one of the only ancient goddesses who just straight up, like, looks like an alien. Look at her. That's her back there. She looks like an alien. And you can see it, like, in the ancient structures, like, in the ancient, statues that are in Egypt. She straight up looks like that. She looks like a cow Indian. I think she's a cow goddess, but I think in physical form she might have been some sort of cow alien human hybrid, because aliens are known to take cows. They've been taking cows for as long as we've known about aliens. So it's like, yeah, I don't know why that's so funny to me that I just put that piece together, but I'm pretty sure she's some sort of, like, interdimensional cow humanoid alien. That just got really weird, but you're different, and people see that, and they like it. They want some of that. Okay. And you also have Simbi spirits around you. So your totem animals right now are vulture, cow, squirrel, and snake. So you have Simbi spirits around you, and I say squirrel because she's got this, like, little, like, oh, maybe it's a chipmunk. Little small animals like that. Those animals mean joy. They mean finding joy. So in your drainage, it's time to find joy. She also has a snake around her and a vulture on her headpiece. So yeah. Vultures clean up the mess in your house cleaning, and when I say house cleaning, I mean like physical house, emotional, spiritual, mental house, like all of you, and all of your cleaning. The vultures come and they pick up the dead bodies and they eat it, so there's no waste. Maybe you're trying to be more minimalist too and waste less as well. But anyway, you've got Simbi spirits around you, and they're like always around you, wrapped around you. Basically, you're like riding on your shoulder and they're giving you the little answers in your ear. And if ever you need an answer on something, picture a large snake wrapping all around your body and coming up and whispering in your ear and giving you the answer that you look for, because that's Simbi. Like, Simbi spirits are a subgroup. There's snake spirits, but there's also the Simbi, like the main Simbi. He likes magicians. He likes people into esoteric knowledge. He likes the magician. He likes the witch. That's who he loves. And if you have curly hair like these, like if you have like snake locks that are spirally and curly and like kinky, then you're probably a child of Simbi. Like, I've got some of them underneath that are like really just straight up spirals. Because the universe works in spirals, so it's like the information comes in spirals and the universe works in spirals. So, and your hair is your antenna that connects you to the universe. So it's like, if your antenna is spiraled, you're kind of a more spiritual, easier for you to listen person, and you also probably are connected to the Simbis. You have many Simbis around you, so listen to them. I feel like a lot of them are water snakes too, and it's time for you to get in the water. And if it's winter, they want you to go to like an indoor pool or hot tub or something and just like get in some water. Like, completely submerge your body in water, as well as doing that spiritual bath. Whew! Wow, that was cool. That was really good. Thanks for watching, water signs. That's what I have for you for this month. Sorry it took me a while to get this video out. I kind of had a lot of obligations for class this week. Midterms are coming up. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my 19 subscribers. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you feel like it, give it a like. If you feel like it, subscribe. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment. I love comments. And yeah, thank you. I hope to see you next month. Bye.